Hello and welcome to Sunday Motivational Podcast. I am your host, Olasukomi Tella. If you're listening to this via Spotify or you're listening to it via any podcast app, thank you for tuning in. And if you're watching this and you're looking at my face right now, thank you for tuning in also. I do genuinely wish that this video met you in good health and sound mind. And I hope that you're living the best version of your life currently. So without further ado, let's dive right in. On our last episode, I talked about becoming a man. And I made mention of masculinity. And during the podcast, I talk about the key principles, 5 key principles to becoming a masculine man. I talk about self-discipline. I talk about self-confidence. I talk about integrity. And I made mention of 2 others. If you haven't listened to that podcast, I would advise you to go ahead and just listen to it before you understand how far we've gone with this. So today, I want to go into one of the key principles. I'm supposed to break all of the key principles down one after the other, but I won't be able to go into all of this. I'm just going to take one of the key principles to becoming a good version of man, which is integrity. As requested by the listener, they said I should expatiate on each of the topic. And the specific topic that they asked is integrity. So I'm picking this particular one in order to expatiate and shed more light to the concept of integrity. So let's go straight into it. Becoming a man of integrity is not an easy thing. Even me sitting here and saying that I want to talk about or I want to expatiate on the concept and understanding of integrity seems somehow deep down inside of you, something will be telling you do you think you are worth standing in the gap to explain the concept of integrity, which sounds like holiness? Am I 100% holy to tell you about holiness? Am I 100% a person of integrity to tell you about integrity? But regardless of how heavy the thing is, how heavy the weight of the word is, we have to say it. Regardless of how heavy the truth is, you have to say it. So don't see me as an 100% holy person. Don't see me or don't listen to my voice like I know it all or I understand it all. I am holiest of all. 100% I am not. But regardless of how heavy the word is, I have to expatiate and explain it to it. So let's talk about integrity. Masculinity has been defined different ways over the years. However, one thing remains constant in the idea that it encompasses a set of key principles that define what it means to becoming a man. Such principles is integrity. There are several others that I've explained, but this particular one, which is integrity, is one of the most important ones. Integrity is often described as doing the right thing even when no one is watching. You see, the ability to just do it the right way, even if you are the only one there, without caring about what other people will do or what other people will say. Doing the right thing without people looking at you or people asking you is one of the key principles of integrity in itself. It's about being honest. It's about being truthful and acting with honor and dignity. A man with integrity holds himself to a high ethical standard and adhere to them even when it is difficult to do so. You see, talking about integrity from my own personal perspective, right? I think it's crazy. Because growing up, there are things that you realize that you only have to lie in order to get it, right? Like telling your mom and children relationship whereby they will ask you for some things and you have to tell them lies and you have to catch cut the lies eventually and realize that you lied to them, and all those conversations about he lied and this and this and this and this. But the older you get, the more you realize that if you hold yourself to a standard of being honest at all time, you're going to see the result of it. People will understand and know you to be a man of your word, a man of total or a certain percentage of integrity that you hold to yourself or to your name, right? Integrity is essential because it demonstrates a man's character and value. A man with integrity is dependable, and others can trust him to keep to his word. Is not easily swayed away by peer pressure or tempted by compromise his value for personal gain. He knows what he stands for and is committed to living by those principles. A man of integrity understands that this is what I am going to do, regardless of how you think of it. I am going to do or say the truth. Totally and 100%. Integrity also builds respect and credibility. A man who is known for his integrity commands the respect of others. Is seen as a leader and a role model, and others are more likely to follow his lead. A man of integrity's words carry weight. Whatsoever a man of integrity says, they know that this man will always stand to his words. Right? And people trust him to make sound decisions for himself or for others. Integrity is a critical component of self-respect. A man who has integrity can look himself in the mirror and be proud of who he is. He knows that he's living a life that is true to himself and his values, and that brings a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Knowing fully well that you don't owe anybody any truth, you've said it all. It gives you a sense of self-confidence, give you a sense of value, a sense of pride, right? Knowing fully well that I don't owe you any truth, I can be transparent 100% with you. Like, I can tell you the whole story without having to be corny in any ways. You understand that you owe nobody a truth, or there's no lies hidden in you. You feel a sense of pride. You can walk into any place, you can walk into anybody, you can have any kind of conversation without any fear. That is how far being integrity will take you. These are the concepts and principles of having integrity. Right? Integrity also promotes accountability. When a man has integrity, he takes responsibility for his actions and even for the actions of others that is directly led by him. Let me explain that, please. A man of integrity will take responsibility for his action and the action of others that are under him. That is how far a man of integrity can go. Even when things are wrong, a man of integrity will take accountability for his part of any issue or any problem. He doesn't make excuses or blame others for his mistake. Instead, he owns up to them and takes steps to make things right. This act of accountability builds trust within people. And this act of accountability fosters an healthy relationship between him and other people. These are the things that make a man of integrity valued. These are the things that make a man of integrity looks more masculine. These are the things that make him look more valued as a man. And people look up to those set of people. People look up to those kind of people because they are easy, they can be followed. And let me just conclude with this. Integrity is an essential principle of masculinity. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and living by a high ethical standard. A man with integrity is dependable and trustworthy and respected by others. Is true to himself and is valued and takes responsibility for his action. These qualities are essential for building healthy relationship, achieving success in life, and living a fulfilled life. These are the concept of integrity, and I try my possible best to explain all of those parts of why you should be a man of integrity in order to increase your ability to be masculine without being toxic, right? So I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I hope you understand something and you learn something from it. That will be about it on today's podcast. I'm just starting this, the second episode of Becoming a Man. Next week, we're going to go to the next topic. As we go further, we get better. So that will be about it on today's podcast. If you enjoy it, do drop a like under the video, or if you're watching or listening from anywhere, do smash the like button from wherever you're listening, and I will see you on my next podcast. That will be about it. Do have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye. And to the head, salute.